Is the Mercedes EQB better, or is the Tesla Model Y better? Well, in this episode, we are going to find out. The standard EQB 250 Plus starts at around $53,000. The 304matic starts at around $57,000, and the 354matic starts at around $61,000. The standard Model Y rear-wheel drive starts at around $44,000. The long range starts at around $49,000, and the performance starts at around $52,000. The EQB looks pretty good on the outside. I like it. On the front, you have that huge Mercedes grille connected to the headlights, and the bumper design has an aggressive look. On the side, it has that beautiful boxy shape that everyone loves. The wheel designs are very nice and the body panels are very smooth. On the back, it has a beautiful light bar and an aggressive looking bumper. It's pretty heavy though. It weighs at about 4,500 pounds. But overall, I like how it looks. The Model Y also looks pretty good. It's definitely a lot cleaner than the EQB. On the front, there is no grille. It's very smooth. The headlights look cool and so does the side profile. I love the way the door handles are integrated into the door. The wheel designs are very nice. And unlike the Mercedes, the roof is sloped for better aerodynamics. I also like the back. The taillights look nice and the bumper has an aggressive look to it. It's also a pretty heavy car but lighter than the Mercedes. It weighs over 4,100 pounds. Overall, both of these cars look pretty good on the outside. It's a pretty tough one, this. But let me know in the comments down below, which exterior design do you guys prefer? The EQB's interior is a little bit complex. Yes, it does look cool, and the widescreen display is nice. But there are lots of different textures on the dashboard, and the air vents are huge. However, there's ambient lighting, and at night it looks gorgeous. And also it has decent interior quality. It also gets a panorama roof as standard, which lets loads of light into the cabin, making it feel more spacious inside. It also gets 5 seats as standard, but with the EQB you can get 7 seats. And for the comfort features it gets heated seats and a heated steering wheel. But yet again they cost extra. Why? Thankfully that is not the case with the Model Y. It gets heated seats and a heated steering wheel, all as standard. Now, both of these cars do not have ventilated seats, but in the future Tesla will be adding them to the Model Y. And in certain areas of the world, the Model Y does not have ambient lighting, but soon Tesla will be adding it to all of their Model Ys. The design also is much cleaner. I prefer this design a lot more. It looks a lot more futuristic. It's much simpler, less overwhelming to look at. You have this huge center display, but unfortunately it does not have an instrument cluster. Instead, your speedometer is on the center display. It would have been nice though if we had a driver's display, but it is what it is. It also gets a giant glass roof as standard, letting in loads and loads of light into the cabin. This makes it feel very spacious inside, and increases headroom for rear passengers. The interior quality also is very good. Everything is very solidly put together, and the materials are good. And in the next generation Model Y, Tesla is going to improve the build quality even more, like they did with the Model 3. It also has 2 wireless chargers in the front, so you can charge 2 phones wirelessly at once. And it has 5 seats as standard just like the EQB, and you can get a 7-seater option with the Model Y as well. However, it's not going to be worth it because the space in the third row is going to be very tight. But overall, I prefer the Model Y's cleaner interior. But which interior do you guys prefer? Let me know in the comments down below. Mercedes EQB gets 2 displays as standard. In the front you have your driver's display and the center display which provides vehicle controls. And there's many ways you can control the infotainment system. The central touchscreen can also be operated via touch-sensitive buttons on the steering wheel, and there's voice assist. It has over-the-air updates, so as you own your EQB, it gets better over time. It gets Apple CarPlay and Android Auto. It has a lovely surround view which is very helpful for parking, and a very cool feature it has, which is optional, is the MBUX augmented video for navigation. How it works is when you enable the navigation, it will show the front camera on the center display and show different arrows pointing towards the direction you will have to go. That way you never make a wrong turn. It's a very cool feature. And then finally you can get the optional heads-up display. It's a pretty high-tech vehicle. So is the Model Y. It gets 1 display as standard only, and that's that massive display in the middle. It provides every single vehicle control. And also there's various ways you can control the infotainment system in the Model Y as well. Certain functions can be operated via the scroll wheels on the steering wheel, and there's voice commands. It also has over-the-air updates, so as you own your Model Y, it gets better over time. It doesn't have Apple CarPlay nor Android Auto, but you don't need it because the system in the Tesla is so good. It already has all of those features that you need, such as Google Maps with Waze-like functionality. So when you set a destination, it will alert you for traffic lights, stop signs, speed cameras, all of those kind of things. You can also sync your contacts with the vehicle, that way you can make phone calls on the center display. It has a bunch of music apps, and you have access to the web browser. Also, a benefit of the Tesla system is when you set a destination, it will show charging stations where you will have to stop at on your route. Apple CarPlay and Android Auto does not have this feature. The Tesla system is very good. It is pretty much Apple CarPlay and Android Auto, but their own version, and it has a wide range of different features. So you can pair your phone with the vehicle, allowing you to use it as the key instead of the key card. There are also a bunch of different games and videos you can watch on this beautiful display. It has a HEPA filter to prevent 99.9% of harmful gases entering the cabin. It also gets a surround view, which is very helpful for parking. It has pin to drive, so when you enable this feature, you'll have to set a passcode that you will be entering before driving the vehicle. That way your Model Y never gets stolen. You can also set a passcode for the glove box. There's also dog mode, so when you leave the pet inside, this feature will keep the climate on and display a message letting people outside know the pet inside is safe. There's also sentry mode, which uses the exterior cameras for the self-driving features as security cameras to record for suspicious activity around your vehicle when you're outside, and if it captures something, it will save that into its built-in dash cam, which comes as standard. When you get back inside, you can view those clips, and also you can view those cameras with the Tesla app. It's a very high-tech vehicle. The Mercedes also is very high-tech, but the Model Y has more features. The EQB has up to 61.8 cubic feet of space in its trunk. However, the Model Y has up to 76 cubic feet of space in its trunk. And another benefit of the Model Y is it has a front trunk, which provides an additional 4.1 cubic feet of space. So in total, it has a cargo capacity of up to 80.1 cubic feet. That's a lot better than the EQB's capacity. But what about for the towing? Well, the Model Y can tow up to 3,500 pounds. The EQB, though, can tow more than 3,700 pounds. So when it comes to towing, the EQB is the winner. However, the EQB has a payload capacity of up to 1,000 pounds. The Model Y, though, has a payload capacity of up to 1,300 pounds. The standard EQB 250 Plus has one electric motor driving the front wheels, which makes 188 horsepower and 284 pound-feet of torque. All versions of the EQB get a 70.5 kilowatt-hour battery pack that can charge at a rate of up to 100 kilowatts, and the standard 250 Plus is up to 245 miles of range. The 304-matic has two electric motors, one at each axle. Combined, they make 225 horsepower and 288 pound-feet of torque. It also has up to 232 miles of range. The 354-matic also has two electric motors, but they make 288 horsepower and 384 pound-feet. It also has up to 221 miles of range. The standard Model Y has one electric motor driving the rear wheels, which makes 295 horsepower and 317 pound-feet of torque. That's already a lot more powerful than the most powerful version of the EQB. It also has a 60 kilowatt-hour battery pack that has up to 260 miles of range and can charge at a rate of up to 170 kilowatts. The Model Y long range has two electric motors, one at each axle. Combined, they make 435 horsepower and 380 pound-feet of torque. It also gets an 82 kilowatt-hour battery pack that has up to 310 miles of range and can charge at up to 250 kilowatts. The Model Y Performance has two electric motors also, but they make 505 horsepower and 495 pound-feet of torque. It also gets an 82 kilowatt-hour battery pack like the long range, but it has up to 285 miles of range and can also charge at a rate of up to 250 kilowatts. So then, how quick can these vehicles go? Well, the standard EQB 250 Plus can go from 0 to 60 miles per hour in 8 seconds. The 304-matic can go in 7 seconds, and the 354-matic can go in 6 seconds. The standard Model Y rear-wheel drive can go from 0 to 60 miles per hour in 6.6 seconds. The long range can go in 4.8 seconds, and the performance can go in 3.5 seconds. Yes, the Model Y is quicker. The EQB gets spring suspension as standard, which makes the vehicle more agile and nimble, improving the handling and the stability. Also, since it's electric, there's the instant torque, which significantly improves the acceleration. Just press the accelerator pedal down a little bit and the vehicle starts to go rapidly. Also, it has regenerative braking, which makes the driving experience very good. It makes it so much more convenient since you don't have to constantly press on the brake pedal. Just lift your foot off the accelerator and the vehicle will stop on its own. And it's also good for the battery because while the vehicle stops, it recharges the battery at the same time, improving the efficiency. And also, a benefit of the battery pack being mounted at the bottom of the vehicle is it provides a low center of gravity, which improves the handling by reducing the body roll, making the vehicle more stable, and most importantly reduces the risk of this vehicle rolling over. It's very good. The all-wheel drive system also provides much better traction than the front-wheel drive version. And this vehicle has a lot of self-driving features to make the driving experience more convenient, but they cost extra. When you get the optional driver assistant package, it provides adaptive cruise control with steering assist to keep you inside the lane, lane change assist, and pre-save. It's a very cool feature, and what it does is it tightens the seat belts, adjusts the front passenger seat, and closes all the windows and the sunroof if an accident is about to occur. It also has blind spot assist, active brake assist, rear cross traffic alert with automatic braking, active lane keeping assist, and also the vehicle can park by itself. The Model Y also gets spring suspension as standard, which makes the vehicle more agile and nimble. And also there's that instant torque, which significantly improves the acceleration. Just press the accelerator down and the vehicle goes rapidly. There's only one gear, so you don't need a gearbox with multiple gears in it, to decide which gear to go in when the accelerator is pressed down all of a sudden. That is a big benefit of electric cars, and this vehicle is very powerful. It also has the regenerative braking, which makes the driving experience so much easier. Just lift your foot off the accelerator, and the vehicle will stop on its own. No need to press the brake pedal unless of an emergency, and the battery pack at the bottom provides a low center of gravity, improving the handling, the stability, and reduces the risk of this vehicle rolling over by reducing body roll. And this vehicle has even more self-driving features than the EQB. It gets autopilot as standard. Thank goodness you get autopilot as standard, which provides adaptive cruise control and auto steer to keep you inside the lane. And then you can pay extra for features such as lane change assist, navigate on autopilot, where the autopilot system will use the navigation to drive you in the direction based on your route. And also you can pay extra for the full self-driving package, which will allow the vehicle to drive completely by itself. You still have to be seated in the driver's seat and monitor the vehicle constantly, but it is super advanced. It also has automatic emergency braking, lane departure avoidance, blind spot warning, obstacle aware acceleration, which reduces motor torque when close to obstacles while parking, and if you get too close to an obstacle, the vehicle may apply brakes, and then the vehicle can park by itself. So which is better, the Mercedes EQB or the Tesla Model Y? It's the Tesla Model Y. It has better value than the Mercedes. It starts at a lower price, yet it still has way more features included with it. Also, it's more spacious, has better range, it's more powerful, and it's a lot faster. And that is why the Tesla Model Y is better than the Mercedes EQB. But do you guys agree? Let me know in the comments down below which vehicle do you guys prefer. But anyways, that's going to wrap it up for today's episode.